The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 4. You get the Nasdaq flat. S&Ps are down 3. Gold contract up $3.80, trading at $12.98 an ounce. We have the silver market down a penny at $17 flat. Copper, $2.93 a pound. Light sweet crude flat, $50.57. The note market, 10-year note, up 8 ticks, trading 125.28. 30-year bond up 18, out here at 154.13. And King dollar down 244 ticks, trading at 91.795. The euro's trading 119 and a quarter to the U.S. dollar. The yen is out here at 111, almost 112 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Let's see what's going on in the good old market out here. So Dow Industrials yesterday, Dow gets to a high, doesn't hold the high, comes back off the high. Right now, you get a flat market out here. We'll see how this baby shakes out. We got to 22,419 yesterday. Strength versus the weakness inside the Dow Industrials out here today. Your strength is Boeing. Boeing's putting 16 positive points. Chevron's putting 3. Caterpillar's putting 2. Taken away from it, Apple is the culprit. Apple's putting 13 negative points. United Health 12. Goldman Sachs 9. If we go over to Apple, you're going to see Apple, folks, is right into the gap. It's like a magnet that just pulls it down. The top of the gap is $150.22. We've hit 150.70. That's going to be on the daily, and what you're going to see on the weekly. Bottom line is that you come off the highs, and you've come off the highs with volume. That's setting up Apple's going to go after the 142 area, and right now we are at the 151.60 area. We go inside the NDX 100. We take a look at the strength versus the weakness inside the NDX 100. And the strength out here is paychecks. That's up 1.8%. Electronic arts up 1.7. QVC is up 1.6. Taken away from it, Mattel is down 2.2. INCY is off 1.7. NetEase is off 1.6. Biotechs. Now, this is really a trip. Not all of them, but you get a couple that are just imploding. So check this out. You get VSAR. This is like, if anyone, the broker-dealer community is going to have some trouble with this equity. The reason being, as this is very unusual. You don't see an equity. Yesterday, this equity, folks, was at $22. It closed at $21.60, and it opened this morning at $3.20. It's trading $2.97. Bottom line, most of the time, what you end up seeing is that, yeah, you can take a 50% haircut. You don't take a 90% haircut in one day. And let me just see what the volume is on this. Yeah, there's trouble in paradise here. The reason there's trouble in paradise, so check this out. Yesterday, we did 3.6 million shares. Now, this is where this gets interesting, that even in this one here, that someone always knows something. If you take a look at this equity, bottom line, most days you do 300, 400, 500,000 shares. You know, you do have the 15th, we did 2.3 million, but that's what you do. Yesterday, we did 3.6 million. We've already done 17 million. Bottom line, you get a total wipeout. You do have enough shares in that people were on margin. So what ends up happening there, of course, is that it's a total wipeout. It's not just, and that's where the broker-dealer community has some trouble, and has some trouble in a big way. The reason being is if it's a total wipeout, then they got to figure out how to get the rest of the money out of the account from the people that are on margin. That is not the only one that the Insight Pharmaceuticals, that has been going down hand over fist also. This is the liver drug. This gapped again. This baby, you know, we go back, it was 135 on the 28th of July. Now you're trading $64. And this here, right back to where it went topside from. So this one topside January, started at $65, went up to the price point of $497. It's below it. That's going to break lower too. Pretty heavy. Now, that hasn't hit the IBB. I mean, that's the IBB, of course, are the large biotechs that do make money. That's a heads up, though. That's a big heads up. When you start seeing the speculative ones blow up and blow up like that, you see them blow up, but a 90% blow up in a day, pretty intense. Let's go over and we take a look at the NDX, inside the NDX 100. Let's see the rest of these equities that are putting the strength versus the weakness inside here. You got Priceline putting that's up $4. You get O'Reilly Automotive up 3, Baidu's up 3. Taken away from it, NetEase is down 4. You get Regeneron down 4. Apple's off 175. Amgen's down $1. Celgene is down $1. Nothing really heavy there when you actually do take a look at that context. If you haven't test drove the Nadex platform yet, folks, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You can hit the banner, bring up the platform that put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can walk along with us as we trade these defined option contracts. We go over to the gold market. Let's go to the GDX for a second. We take a look at the GDX. GDX out here came back to its breakout area, which was the 2356. We're 2339 right now. If we take a look at this and we put this on a weekly, it looks like it's going to set up 261. Yeah, it looks like it's going to set up because it doesn't look to me like we're going to do 261. 40 million shares. What we're trying to figure out is that what are you going to do on the weekly basis? 40 million, add 40 million to where we're at. That's 220. That'll be good. It looks like we're going to do about 220 million, 230 million at the most. And so what you'd like to see is get inside 2356. So that's going to be a test of where it had the strength. It's going to be lighter volume. If you get back inside that range, which is only 16 cents higher, you're going to get some good action there because that would be, say, you pull back with lighter volume. Your rejected price on the weekly, bottom line, that thing wants to go topside. Let's go take a look at, so check this out. Oh, my God. Amazon, folks, they're not stopping. Amazon, okay, so Amazon's trading 963. That being said, it wants to go to 927. Bottom line, though, guess what? Amazon, this is going to be wild. You know, you got Uber Eats, right? Well, Amazon, folks, okay, since they took over, well, they've been trying to do this for quite a while. What the story's about is that Amazon is looking to deliver all our food, not only just our groceries, all the fast food that's out there. Amazon may soon bring Steak Shack burgers, Chipotle burritos to your door as it moves to expand in the growing market of restaurant delivery. Where do you hear the numbers in this business? It's insane. The e-commerce titan has been working to crack the code of food delivery for the last decade. Amazon has got into the, of course, the grocery chain business that follow with their $13.7 billion buy of Whole Foods. Right now, the restaurant business and the grocery business, folks, in the United States alone is a $1.5 trillion business, and it is split evenly, which is amazing. It's split 50-50 between groceries and restaurants. Bottom line, Amazon's going to be knocking at our door, folks. You stay right there. We're coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien. What's happening, man?
Oh, hello. Good to be back, man.
Yeah.
I know. Get it out of your throat. But I had a couple tough days, feeling under the weather. Good to be back. It's Friday, for sure.
Yeah, Friday,
Nothing
the
like
weekend.
feeling good after being sick, that's for sure, man.
Yeah, so I was just talking about Amazon.
I heard the tail end of it. What's going on? I missed kind of the bulk of what...
It's pretty amazing. Like, okay, so Amazon...
Okay.
What this article is about is that the food business between groceries and restaurants is $1.5 trillion in the U.S. And it's split roughly evenly, which is pretty wild. Now, Amazon, what this article is about, folks, is that Amazon has been trying to crack this code for a decade. That's what it's saying.
Yeah.
About the delivery.
Particularly groceries for a decade, right? I think that's big. I'm sure it's general, but
food delivery.
Restaurants too, but they've been trying to do good. Okay, sure.
So what they have happening now is that was that Olo?
Olo.
Yeah. Amazon teamed up with a company named Olo. Let's see, they provide digital
200 restaurant brands with about 40,000 U.S. locations.
Look at that. Okay. Yeah. Potentially giving Amazon access to a slew of delivery orders. Amazon began the one-hour restaurant delivery business in Seattle in 2015. Has been expanded to other cities, but it's thus far been a mom-and-pop operation.
Okay.
Now this here, though, the guy that they made the deal with is the guy that was the founder of Shake Shack. So
that company has
what they're looking at, folks, is that they want to deliver everything. Sure. That's the bottom line.
Now, so here's what's interesting. I'll tell you a personal story. So I was at home sick, so I used Uber Eats, right?
Okay,
Which is a similar, deal in terms of Amazon. They have a delivery service, right?
Yeah.
Do they right now? I haven't used theirs. Amazon's. Have you?
Oh, around here, I know. I've only used the
but it's similar, right? So they have Uber Eats. And so all I got was a large cheese pizza. Regular cheese pizza wasn't even large. And so what happened is that they pick up the food, but then they pick up multiple orders. So then they're taking other people their food first. So it takes over a half hour from the time the food's picked up till it gets to me. So then the pizza's cold. So I paid $20 for a cold pizza that took over an hour to get to me. And I email Uber, and they give me a $5 credit, which I told them was completely out of line for an ice cold pizza. And they basically told me I was out of luck in more words than that. And so they have some problems to work through there. They're not like Domino's, that they have, you know, cars built to keep everything hot and so forth, and they're trying to maximize productivity with multiple orders getting picked up, getting delivered. And the time quote was 30 to 40 minutes. The restaurant's probably 9 minutes from my house. It took over an hour, and it showed up ice cold because they picked it up. They went the other way first, dropped off another order first, then came back to my house. Of course it was going to be cold. I knew it was going to be cold as I followed it through. And that's what I told them in the emails. You know, that was a process designed to fail and designed to show up cold when it takes over a half hour from the time the food is picked up to get to my door. And you know, I thought that a company like Uber would actually take better care of me for a legitimate complaint like that. And they basically told me to take a hike. And so, I told them that I'm going to start refusing delivery. They'll show up on my door, and I'll tell them, get off my lawn like an old man.
Well, seriously. Especially with pizza, because the pizza delivery business is already down pat. Domino's made it down pat. Papa John's, you know, all these places, they got it down pat. Even we go to TJ's down the beach. That's... I mean, even mom and pop places.
I live in Tampa, a very dense area. This should be one of the easy areas to get done. You know?
No doubt. So this goes on to say, though, in here about McDonald's. McDonald's, you know, after resisting calls to deliver for many years, did team up with Uber Eats, and now it's at 3,500 locations. So this is going to be, it's, you know, as you said, there's no doubt. Hot stuff. They got to work.
And I still tip the driver. It's not the driver's fault. That's Uber's fault. They set that driver up to fail. You know, they told the driver to pick up those multiple orders, I'm sure. You know, that's the system that they set up. So,
pretty wild.
It is.
877-927-6648. Apple. So since 2 days, it only took 2 days, Tom, for Apple to go from 160 to 150.
So on that 9 o'clock update, I said I was listening to Bloomberg coming in, and they're saying there aren't really the lines that you usually expect on a day where they're delivering new iPhones to the stores, and that's because they're thinking maybe, well, guess what? They have another phone coming down next month down the line, and this isn't quite the demand that they usually see when a new iPhone gets launched, because guess what? There's one coming in 30 days from now.
Yeah, it totally makes sense too. It's like if it would. $200 is still a lot of money that you can save, because it's 800 or 1,000, right?
I think it might be a little more than that. It might be 700 to 1,000.
700. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a big difference. But even when you're putting $700 out, it's almost like, would you wait for the 10 to come out just to see the difference? Like, okay, I want to see what that difference is.
I kind of am waiting. I've been talking about that. I'm in that ballpark. I have an iPhone 6 right now. I didn't get the 7. I didn't get the 6S. My battery is having problems. My earphone jack's having problems. So it's time to update for me. And I might get the 8. I might get the 10. And I'm just going to kind of wait and see a little bit. And I'm not going to get the 10 instantly, that's for sure. Because if I'm going to pay that premium...
You're not going to be the guinea pig.
Not for $1,000, right?
Right. 877-927-6648. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here. It'd be interesting to see if we get any volume in the marketplace today. Look at this. That's a biotech, that top one. I was talking about this. So this is a biotech, folks. I don't quite know what happened, but this is really unusual when you get down 85, 90%.
Basically bankrupt,
let's see.
It's interesting. Analyst downgrades to hold. Those are almost like comical in the face of it. Yeah. So when is that from?
This is today, but that's a different share. That's a different company.
Okay, and that's
Skyrock more than 40% after the phase 3 study. Pediatric.
Somavaratin and pediatric growth hormone deficiency failed to meet its primary.
And that's a total wipeout. So what I was talking about is that's going to be a problem for the broker-dealer community, because even I was looking at it does like 500,000 shares a day, and if you're on margin. You get on 50%, that's good, but now they get,
you better be careful being on margin on any biopharma that's tied to one developmental drug.
No doubt,
Seriously.
Man. No doubt. We go take a look at U.S. Steel is down 85 cents. Now, what that's about, let's go over to U.S. Steel. So we take a look at U.S. Steel. This is still a problem child out here. And I heard Wilbur Ross was on Bloomberg this morning, and so of course he was a big steel guy. He made a lot of money. He didn't make all his money in steel, and the way he did it, he bought bankrupt steel companies, and then he turned around and lobbied the government to put in tariffs.
Tariff, sure.
And so the reason that U.S. Steel's down today is that they were expecting that tariffs would be already in, and Ross was on this morning saying, well, we got to get the tax deal done first.
Yeah, I heard him on Bloomberg, too, dodging every question they asked him.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So U.S. Steel, when you actually do look at U.S. Steel, you're going to see that, yeah, it had the expansion all the way up, got up to 41, comes back down to 18, and, you know, I mean, it looks like it's going to settle in somewhere around 21 or 23 bucks right now. It's amazing, you know, look at the long term on U.S. Steel. This thing is so volatile, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
$196 in 2008, down to 16. It's been oscillating since then. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I coming right back. In fact, come on and visit us next Saturday, Boston, Massachusetts.
8 days, man.
It's a beautiful thing. September 30th. We're coming right back, folks.
If you're looking to open your portfolio to a world of opportunity, consider the new market-safe emerging currency CD from Everbank. This 3-year U.S. dollar-denominated CD gives you exposure to 5 equally weighted currencies from Brazil, China, India, Indonesia, and Turkey at a time when experts see great potential for global growth. Even better, it features a 7.0 leverage factor, which means you could earn a potential market upside payment of 7 times the CD's performance at maturity with no cap if the currencies increase in value over the CD's term. And should the opposite occur, your principal is 100% protected. Keep in mind, returns are based on CD performance. There is no annual percentage yield or periodic rate of interest on this index CD. Don't miss out. The September 28th funding deadline will be here before you know it. So call 1-855-750-4051 or visit everbank.com/TFNN for the CD's term sheet and other important product details and disclosures. This advertisement is sponsored content. Everbank is a division of TIAA, FSB, member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 9. You get the NASDAQ flat. S&Ps are off 2.5. Let's go over to good old King Dollar. So King Dollar out here, folks. Excuse me. You get it trading down. Come on, baby.
Currencies are moving too fast to keep up.
Yeah.
They must be.
Well, I think the way that we do it, we go over the Nadex platform. Let's go look at King.
This is the way to look at the King dollar, euro US dollar.
Right.
That's the way that you're looking at it.
Perfect. Okay, so right now we're at...
so euro gaining a little strength since
Yep.
the market opened, right?
Yep.
Trading from about 119.60 to 119.79. So correlating that to the US dollar, you would have seen dollar weakening from the opening. And somewhat of in a range, though, right?
Yeah.
You know, in terms of in the middle of the range since we've been at overnight.
And then we have, so the election in Germany is this weekend.
Yeah,
and Merkel is favored.
Yes.
By a huge amount, too, evidently.
Yeah. Yep. And she'll probably stay in there. It'll just be interesting to see. Yeah, it looks like we're running into some internet problems. We'll see if it cooperates.
There we go. We're back up.
See
that?
Jumping.
Boom. That was a beautiful thing.
There you go. There's it ticking around.
A little blurb. It was a blurb.
There we go. Why don't you fire back to...
Yeah.
Oh, hold on 1 second for me. Let me get that back up for the den. Pull back up. Okay, go ahead. Maybe that. Why don't you refresh it, though, to make sure? I don't think that's probably... Okay, there you go.
So, you know, we're down 344 ticks. You're coming in with 16,000, and that baby's coming into 37,000. So that is how you basically start building a bottom. So it's something that you're going to keep your eye on here. The Fed statement yesterday, they were looking that going to do
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Believe me, I lost my days. That's for sure.
Wednesday.
Being out 2 days.
They're looking that they want to do another rate hike in December, which before, I missed a big day. I couldn't even concentrate Wednesday, man. In my mind, I kind of got back Thursday. But, yeah, I saw it pretty hawkish, right, in terms of, rate hikes are coming, and that balance sheet's going to get unwound. It's going to get unwound.
Yeah.
And it'll start off slow, but the bottom line is that it's going to go from QE to QT.
And T being what?
Tightening.
Okay, perfect.
Quantitative tightening.
Cool.
Quantitative easing.
Yeah, right.
Now, this is what's going to be pretty cool, realistically, just even for fundamentalists. The aspect with QE all the time was that there was always a put underneath the market, okay? A put being that the Fed's always going to come in and support the market, right? So realistically, if it's QT, meaning they're going to tighten, if there should be, that should be a problem, right? Because now it's going to unleash the other way.
Sure.
And I don't expect we're going to get that, because what does happen is that they're going to find something else to say, no, the market's going to go higher because of this or that or this.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to hear what the wrap is.
Sure.
Because the wrap was so dramatic the other way that
Yeah.
And they were right. That's the other side of it. That's
right.
That's the reality of it.
Sure. Yeah.
So out here today, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, you can see that we're still fighting about the 2,500 on the S&P. We're below it by 3 points. Big freaking deal, right?
Yeah, totally.
Seriously, man.
Yeah.
Inside the composite.
That's been struggling a bit, right?
Yeah, it has. The composite has been pretty volatile. It doesn't look at folks if you're looking at the last 5 days here. We went from like 64.77 to 64.19.
Yeah, so you're talking about 57 points, not even 1% to put things in context.
Exactly.
Right.
But those moves were fast. That's the bottom line.
All right, let's
we'll get those charts back up. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you.
The moves that did take place were fast. Both up and down.
Yes.
Watch.
That bar, right? That was Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly.
So that would have been the Fed all the way down, all the way back up.
Yeah.
You can drill into it more.
Yep. And, it seems like they came out of nowhere, but of course they didn't come out of nowhere. It was either buying or selling.
Sure.
But, what you do have, technically what you have, you can see if we put this on a daily, you have lower highs and lower lows.
Definitely.
And that's pretty consistent.
Definitely.
If that was Larry Pesavento looking out here and say, "Whoa, that is the definition of a downtrend."
There's that trend line right there, man.
It really is.
Yeah.
Let's get Bud Rolfs on the phone.
That's right.
Our man, Mr. Bud Rolfs.
Channels.
Growling and prowling. It was the first day of fall yesterday, too.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah. September 21st. Hey.
We're into winter. Okay.
We're into winter. Next next Saturday, folks, let's pull this up. So
Definitely.
Next Saturday, Boston, Massachusetts. Let's see, right there. At the Boston Marriott, which is in Burlington, Mass.
Right there, we got it.
Thank you. We're going to be doing a live workshop sponsored by Nadex. Starts at 7:45 in the morning. We do continental breakfast 7:45 to 8:30. Dan Cook's going to be doing welcome remarks 8:30 to 8:45. Tommy's going to be introducing the workshop, the binaries, the spreads. I'm going to be up there for an hour and a half talking quality, volume, cause and effect, ABC structures, the swing points, and testing. Then coffee break. Mr. Darryl Martin's going to be up there for an additional hour and a half talking about the combining the power key levels with volume accumulation, talking about the Nadex spreads, how they can mirror the underlying index, you know, because that's all they're actually defined options that expire quicker than
They're defined risk, trading vehicles that you're trading, and especially when you're looking at some of those spreads, as anybody knows that's watching our program, if you're getting in the middle of that spread, it's trading right with futures.
Right.
Except, you get defined risk, which is nice.
Exactly.
As we've seen in some of these jumps.
Oh, let me tell you, man, the NDX 100 this week was a beauty. It was like insane. Yeah. So check it out, folks, on the front page of TFNN. Going to be
we should have a good turnout. We get some good sign-ups there, and it should be a good day. Everyone hanging out, getting to meet each other. I've been talking to a lot of Tigers on the phone saying they're excited, so it should be good.
Yeah. It starts 7:45 to 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
There you go.
So if we go over, so look at this, Tom.
Then the after party will be at the lobby bar.
That's right. Totally.
We'll see what happens.
That's right. And we're going to try to put together
we'll see what happens.
Surprise. Yeah.
No, let's see it.
So this is the NDX. Now, just look at this on Wednesday, the NDX. I mean, we went from like 59.95 down to 59.30, 65 points. Yeah. And then came all the way back.
Totally.
You came all the way back up to 59.82.
Pretty surreal.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
And, yesterday, same type of setup yesterday. It was intriguing because last night when, after the futures opened back up, they got some selling pressure, man. And, of course, that was, Kim Jong going back and forth with Trump, and it's like,
Jong-un,
yeah. And
quite a rhetoric battle, of course.
The market shook it off by the open in the morning, that's for sure. As we come into this, right now we get gold up 530. This is going to be a big number. This is a good number. If you're a bull, folks, you want to see gold inside 1297. We're at 1300. You get it in 1297. You can have a test in a breakout area. It's going to be on lighter volume on the weekly basis. Not bad. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials down 5. Nasdaq is up 2. S&Ps are off 2.5. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien has just announced that he'll be coming to Boston September 30th for a free workshop, The Art of Timing the Trade. Join Tom O'Brien Saturday morning, September 30th at the Boston Marriott in Burlington, Massachusetts, as he breaks down his trading methodology and provides you with the tools to become a more successful and profitable trader. Everyone that attends in person will receive a free signed copy of Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. Darryl Martin from Apex Investing Institute will also be presenting for 90 minutes at this free event.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. Join me in Boston on September 30th as I return to my hometown for a workshop about the art of timing the trade. I look forward to seeing all the tigers and tigresses for this special free event.
All action starts early at 7:30 a.m. with a continental breakfast and wraps up at about 1 p.m. Topics that Tom will be covering during his presentation include quality volume, cause and effect, ABC structures, swing points, and much, much more. For all the information on this free Boston event taking place Saturday, September 30th, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are down 7. You get the Nasdaq. Let's see, Nasdaq's up 1. S&P's down 3. In general, bottom line is that you get a flat market out here.
Except for Apple, down over $2 now.
Yeah, you know, and what happened is the first day that Apple was actually even down, it was down pretty good. It's down like $4.50. The NDX still wasn't really down. I was saying, okay, so it's like, man, you know, I'm a bear, but the reality looking at that was that that's pretty intense, that there's other strength inside that NDX when Apple is, you know, a good percentage of it. And
they're going to be their own animal when, what's it, 2/3 of their revenue comes from the iPhone. They're launching their brand new iPhones right now, so that's going to determine what Apple does more than, you know, global GDP growth or technology growth, or it's how good is this phone? How good is it going to compete with Samsung?
Right.
How many people are going to upgrade to the 8 versus the 10? How many people are going to upgrade at all?
And then it looks like the watch right now is going to be a non-entity because of this connection value.
I agree.
The connection
they're having connectivity problems with the watch just using the LTE, and Apple already addressed it and said it is valid, and see if they fix it or whatnot. But yeah, again, you know, I had actually considered, not really, but I was going to take a look at it because the watch would be cool if you can do stuff with it outside of your phone, whether you're just going for a run, going for a bike ride, you know, going for a quick trip to the store. You don't want to bring your phone, but not if it doesn't work for LTE. The whole point was that it's a standalone phone in those moments where you don't want to keep your phone with you. So
the thing that's we haven't heard yet, but I expect we will hear, that would be unthinkable if Steve Jobs was there, that it didn't connect. Do you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But I can understand it because they're like America company. They've had so many great things. It's like they're pressured to do something else again.
That's the other side. I mean, you know, Steve Jobs always pushed for excellence, of course, and just the stories come out and how neurotic he was to that point in a good way and in a bad way, right? You know, in both. But there was always that deadline push, too. So that was always there, and there's a reason why that, you know, it came out with a little bit of a connectivity problem, and guess why? Because they had a deadline, and they needed to meet that deadline, no matter what.
I'm going to change gears for a second. Have you watched the Vietnam series yet?
I haven't. I plan on it maybe even this weekend, or
Folks, you got to watch this series.
It's on PBS.
It's on PBS.
So it's probably on demand on PBS, maybe, if they have it. That's where I was going to look for it.
And it's going to be 12 nights.
Okay.
This is the 4th night already.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah. And they keep playing it all night.
Is it 12 parts?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're only up to 1967.
Okay. I haven't watched it at all.
So what's so cool about it, this is you're going to get such an education, not just about Vietnam, but just about politics in general.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, it's unbelievable. It starts with the French. It goes from the French. It goes that how we was supporting the French. And this goes back to Eisenhower, to 1950.
Okay.
We're supporting the French, right? Then we got sucked in, and it's just it's unbelievable.
Yeah, so it is a 10-part, 18-hour documentary film series directed by Ken Burns and Lynn Novick. Yeah, I plan on checking it out. Some of my friends have checked it out. They said it's pretty amazing, and
it truly is. And last night,
history is worth knowing about.
Oh, last night,
especially when you talk about history of wars.
This is pretty wild. The night before, no, 2 nights ago, they had this guy on from Roxbury. Roger Harris, right?
Okay.
So picture, folks, I grew up in South Boston, but I went to school in Roxbury, okay?
Sure.
So I says, oh, man, I got to get this guy on to interview him, because, you know, just in general. And so he's talking about, they got a picture of him when he's young. He's telling his mother, I'm going in, Ma, I'm going in the Marines and all this. Well, what ends up happening, he not only goes in, folks, he's in the DMZ, right? He's like with the 3rd Marine Battalion, like bad scene, right? And then they interview him again last night, and this was what a classic quote. And, you know, they're asking him, like, well, what do you think about this whole thing? He says, you know, I grew up in Roxbury. Roxbury's all black. He says, the kids in Roxbury hated the kids in South Boston. The kids in South Boston hated the kids in Roxbury, because there was no doubt, folks, the clashes were there.
Sure.
And he says, and then all of a sudden, he says, we're all together. He says, all of a sudden, the Vietnamese don't care who, you know,
Just take a moment and slow down, really, because I'm losing what...
He was talking about there's no such thing as racism inside the, you know, because in 1968, the blacks and whites were fighting like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's where they had the busing going on.
Yeah, totally,
huge racial turmoil.
And there's no doubt, if I learned anything, as soon as you got together, you were together, man. Sure. It's like, they want, you know.
Just what was he saying in correlation to Vietnam, how that
all the poor kids were fighting the war.
Okay, sure.
Literally.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they were all crazy.
Oh.
You know what I mean? It was like, okay, he wanted to be a gladiator. The kids in South Boston wanted to be gladiators. I wanted to be a gladiator. Everyone wanted to be a gladiator.
Sure.
That's what you believed it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You believed what your government and everyone else is telling you.
Sure.
What I got out of it more than anything, thus far, this has been going on forever, though. I mean, this goes back 70 years. And then when you look at the dot, folks, this is the saddest part. When you look at the dot, and you know, the explanation is why were we there in the first place. You look at the dot.
Sorry, what dot are you?
The dot of North and South Vietnam.
Okay.
It was just like a domino effect.
The map?
Yeah, you're looking at the map. So if you're looking at the map, they're saying, okay, all the communists are going to come down. They're going to take over Vietnam. Then they're going to take over the next country. And it's a great movie.
Yeah.
You know, thus far, that you can really understand that.
No, you got to learn from history, man. So. You know, that was a blunder, and I think a lot of people can agree with that.
Oh,
whether you know,
huge blunder.
Yeah, and you got to learn from that type of stuff. You can only learn from it by being informed.
That's right. And what they've shown so far, though, this is really one of the sad things too, is that they've shown that the politicians knew in 1965, that this was unwinnable, and they just kept sending these kids to die.
And politics played into that, I'm sure.
Oh, they got the tapes.
Right. No, I agree.
What has happened, this is what's so amazing, they have the tapes of them speaking.
Right.
You know, I actually have a lot more respect for Lyndon Johnson than I had in the past, because Johnson upped the deal, but he didn't want to. I mean,
Sorry, up the deal. What is that?
He sent in 200,000 more people, kids. Okay. You know, he was fighting it like crazy. He was the president. He escalated the war.
And why do you have more respect for him? And I'm just losing a word.
Because you have to see it. He was fighting this. It wasn't that he just said, "Oh yeah, we're going to send them and we're going to do this."
No, sure.
You know,
the tough decisions that were made. I'm sure. Yeah.
He had some thought into it. I would say
it was more deliberate, maybe, than what you had maybe assumed.
Well, when you hear that part of it, what ends up happening is that Lyndon Johnson was socially, meaning in the United States, domestically he was really good. Internationally he wasn't. And the people he actually had around him, which was a drag, is that when Kennedy died, he had Kennedy advisors around him for the foreign. And they're the ones that really turned around and were going after it. In fact, there's a McNamara's son went to St. Paul's, and they interviewed him. And McNamara's son is probably a little bit younger than me, and so he was the Secretary of Defense. And he was explaining that protests had started on his campus, and then he's saying to his father, well, what's going on? And his own father couldn't even get him anything to fight the other side of it.
Sure.
You know? Yeah. But anyway, it's good.
Check it out.
Back to the markets. Dow Industrials down 18, Nasdaq off 2, S&Ps are off 4. We're going to be right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A Share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Learn how to trade options with swim lessons. Brought to you by TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 24. You get the Nasdaq off 5. S&Ps are off 4.5. You get a little pressure on the downward side here coming into the 11 o'clock hour. We'll see where this thing shakes out in the next few hours.
Let's jump into Apple if we could, as it approaches $2.50 down, not slowing down, kind of.
Yeah, and Apple.
Yeah, I guess hanging near the lows are.
But Apple can do it. Apple can drag them down. The gap is 150.22. We haven't hit it yet.
It's pretty remarkable that was the day, right? Yeah, that was their announcement. So
yes.
If you recall, it kind of skyrocketed on the early leg of that announcement where they started talking about the watch, the LTE connectivity.
Yeah.
And then as they jumped into the keynote part of that with the iPhone X is where it kind of fell apart. And from there, it just hasn't stopped.
No.
Yeah.
And if we take a look at this on a longer basis,
well,
yeah,
it's going to the moon if you look at it on a longer basis.
It's a longer basis. And what you have here, this is what has happened here, folks. if you're into candlestick charting, this has turned into a monster bearish engulfing. You know, because we got over the highs.
Yep.
By the end of the month, if we're at 148, that's a beauty, man. that's a good one. And that would say that, okay, you know, this correction is on, and the real kicker is going to be, okay, where is the correction going to? You know, I can make the case that you're going to get back like the $88 or something. And where I'm going, that's the first time we got any big volume. Because you can see it at up all these highs. There's like not buyers, but they're up there. You know,
well, what's tough is, though, and I know you do it, when it's twice the price, right?
Yes.
It'd be tough to have the same volume at twice the price when you look at the actual dollar value of that volume. Just to tie that in.
Yeah, right. Less demand. That's it.
That's not what I said.
I understand that, but that is less demand. You stay right there, folks. So we got swim lessons coming up, and then, of course, Basil Chapman. Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Thanks, Phil. Good to have you back.
Thanks.
Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien has just announced that he'll be coming to Boston September 30th for a free workshop, The Art of Timing the Trade. Join Tom O'Brien Saturday morning, September 30th at the Boston Marriott in Burlington, Massachusetts, as he breaks down his trading methodology and provides you with the tools to become a more successful and profitable trader. Everyone that attends in person will receive a free signed copy of Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System. Daryl Martin from Apex Investing Institute will also be presenting for 90 minutes at this free event.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. Join me in Boston on September 30th as I return to my hometown for a workshop about the art of timing the trade. I look forward to seeing all the tigers and tigresses for this special free event.
All action starts early at 7:30 a.m. with a continental breakfast and wraps up at about 1 p.m. Topics that Tom will be covering during his presentation include quality volume, cause and effect, ABC structures, swing points, and much, much more. For all the information on this free Boston event taking place Saturday, September 30th, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you.